said, I wanted to talk to you about what a conversation I had yesterday. I was out on a walk with Kat. Kat's one of my best friends. She's the modifier from 21 Day Fix, real time, 21 Day Fix, extreme real time, the original 21 Day Fix, 9-week control freak. So you guys probably know who she is by now. Anyways, we were out on a walk yesterday and we were talking about nutrition and we were talking about how she coaches, since she is a Beachbody coach. We were talking about how she coaches some of her people through nutrition. And at one point in our conversation, Kat said, you know, at a certain point, like, we just sometimes take a break from the nutrition. Like, sometimes we need a break. And I was like, whoa. Time out. What do you mean you need a break? And she's like, well, you know, sometimes we need a break from it. And I said that, now, mind you, again, Kat is one of my best friends and she's totally okay with tough love. I said, hold on. If you need a break, you're doing the wrong program. And guys, I'll be the first one to say that, even about my own nutrition program, because it's not designed to be a diet. You're not supposed to need a break from it. And she goes, well, I'm just going to say it, Autumn. Sometimes I need more yellows. And I was like, okay, well, what do you mean when you say you need more yellows? Like, you're still hungry? You're not satisfied? And she goes, no, like I need more than 3 glasses of wine sometime. And I was like, okay, pump the brakes right there. We're going to adjust that wording real quick. You don't need it, you want it. And she goes, okay, well, yes, I like wine and sometimes I want more than 3 glasses. I said, okay, well, let's make sure we're using the right verbiage then. It's not a need, it's a want. And we all have a lot of wants. Look, I want to eat ice cream every day for breakfast. That doesn't mean I'm going to, because it's not healthy, but I don't need to eat ice cream every day for breakfast. So we have to be very careful about the words that we use for ourselves, and if you're a Beachbody coach, when you're talking to other people about it as well, because it's not a need, and you don't need a break from the program, because the program gives you the ability to still have wine and to have 3 glasses of wine a week if you want it. It gives you the ability to have dessert, to have it 3 times a week if you want it. But if you want more than that, that's not a need. You're not being deprived. You're not being told you can't have it. But it's this mindset that we still have and we still get locked into. And Kat is very good at being aware of this, very good at teaching things. And even still, she was using sort of the wrong verbiage and sort of almost giving people an out to take a little break. And she's like, well, we have planned times to be off plan. And I said, look, that's cool. Like, I'm okay with that because everybody does it. I have days where, and I've talked about this quite openly and honestly, where, like, look, if I'm seeing my friends in Miami, of course the dog's gonna start barking. If I'm gonna see my friends in Miami, I will make a conscious choice if there's a day where I would like to have a extra cocktail or 2, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna have more than it's allotted for, or maybe not even in one day, but like, okay, we're probably gonna have a glass of wine each night at dinner, and that's gonna be more than 3 glasses of wine for the week. Hold on. Buddy, no barking. So yes, I have times where I talk about, like, guys, it's a conscious choice. I know that I'm gonna do it if I'm on that vacation. I'm gonna have that extra glass of wine, but I'm still gonna be very aware of my yellows. I'm not gonna go hog wild and have 3 glasses of wine a night every single night, or 3 cocktails a night every single night. I'm also not going to deprive my body of the nutrients and go, I'm not gonna eat any yellows, like food yellows, and only save them for alcohol, because my body needs those food yellows also. So there's a balance, okay? So I was like, that's fine, you can plan to be off plan, but what you have to make sure of is that you're not planning to be off plan every single week, because people have a tendency to do that. They forget about what they did the week before, and they're like, oh, well, I'm going out this Saturday night, so that I'm gonna plan to be off plan. And the question is, how much are you gonna plan to be off plan? Are you gonna say, okay, I saved 2 of my yellows and I might end up having a 3rd swap yellow of wine. Okay, great, you plan to be off plan. You had that 1 extra yellow. It's probably not the end of the world. And then you're not gonna do it again for several weeks. But what people forget is what they did last week, and then every week they're doing that. And if that's the case, you're not planning to be off plan, you're never on plan. Like, let's just acknowledge what that is. You're never on plan. So I actually did a monthly fix topic about this last month in June, where I talked about my confessions, and I told you guys to watch that video. And I talk about ways to handle this particular situation and taking like the bird's eye view of what you have going on in your life. And I was talking about the last time I was in Florida. I was with my friends. I ate very healthy, very clean. I enjoyed all my food, but I probably had a couple more cocktails than I would normally have. Then I came home. Bobby was in town. My whole family was coming in town. It was Mother's Day. Well, I had a week in between. So I was in Florida. I came home. I had a week in between. And then the next week I was going to have family in town. So I knew I was a little off plan in Florida, but I still was really good with my food. I just had a couple extra cocktails. When I came home that next week, I made sure there was no swaps, no treats, nothing. I was 100% on my plan, knowing very well that my family was going to be in town the following week, and it was Mother's Day, and there might be an extra glass of wine or a dessert there. Now, in that week, in the interim, there was a night or two where I was like, oh, I'm going to have a glass of wine when I sit down and watch TV. And then I had to stop and go, what? Bird's eye view. Let me pull up and out and go, last week I had a little extra. There's a possibility next week I'm gonna have a little extra. This is not the week to have extra, because otherwise I'm just not on my plan. I'm just not doing what I say I'm gonna do, and I'm not preaching it. And you guys, that will be the stuff that holds you back from achieving your goals. And I know people get frustrated at that, and they're just like, well, I should be able to. Well, again, I should be able to eat ice cream for breakfast then. It's just not how it works. And that's not me saying it's not how it works. It's your body saying that's not how it works. I'm not going to do the things you want me to do if you keep putting the crap in all the time on a regular basis in abundance. So we have to be really careful of the words that we use and the way we look at things. You shouldn't really have to ever be off plan, because we don't need that much alcohol. And if you need alcohol that much, that's a different conversation with a different specialist, okay? If you need alcohol every night, multiple glasses, and that's not what Kat was saying, by the way. I want to be careful about what I'm saying there. That's not what Kat was saying at all. But if you're somebody who's like, nope, I'm gonna drink every night as much as I want, da-da-da, and try to like fall under body positivity for that or anything like that. Guys, that's not what that is. You're not taking care of your body. You're not respecting your body. You're not treating your body well if you're putting that much essentially poison into your body. We all love alcohol. I love my wine. I love my tequila. I love my cocktails, but we got to have it in balance. And the same thing goes for the processed junk food. If you're putting it in all the time, every time, and saying, I should be able to, I earned it, I deserved it, guys, you don't deserve to treat your body that way. You don't deserve to abuse your body. Your body deserves the best that you can give it. That doesn't mean you can't ever have the fun little treats and the dessert and the cocktails and the wine, but it means we have to adjust the mindset around the way we look at these things and be okay with having it in the proper portion sizes. So that's just something that I want you guys to think about as we enter into this week too, as you are all working your butts off with the workout programs that you're choosing. Work your butts off, but let's make sure that we're really focusing on our mindset